Hi, this is Stephen Brower. Let me back up for a second. I do apologize. I was jumping ahead. This video is meant to be for CISY 217 operating systems for the spring 2017 semester, and it's meant to be an overview of the forum that was for the first week. There's a separate video, the course overview video, which sort of gives an overview for the course as a whole, including logging in. And there's another video that will be for submitting the first homework and the first lab. This is specifically for the first forum that we have for this week. So from within Web Study, if I go to the timeline, remember the timeline has sessions for each week of the semester. So our first week here is the course overview, and then our first assignment, which is due Monday the 23rd, is going to be this introduction forum. I'm going to go and click into this as I just talk about it a little bit. If you've ever had a class where the teacher has a participation part of the grade, you can think of the forums as being the participation grade, except it's quantifiable. That instead of it being my impression of whether you've talked for the semester, I actually can point to each forum and see where you've done a posting. So that it's something that I think it's easier to measure than it would be a quote-unquote class participation grade. Now, I do things a little bit differently than other teachers for online courses, and that is other teachers will have your grade depending not only on a post, but then on an intelligent response to two other students' postings. And what my way I grade is you only graded on your response to me. So what it'll vary week to week how many questions there are. This first one being an introductory week is a little bit more to say, but in some weeks there'll be maybe a thought-provoking question which there isn't a right or wrong answer to, and then you go and you post your opinion as to what you believe the answer is, or what your opinion is on it. This first week, however, this is more like introducing yourself. So imagine if we were in a classroom and we went around the room one at a time, and each person then said what their name was, what they like to be called, what their major is, and for fun, just saying a hobby or interest that they share with the class. So imagine if we were in a classroom and we kind of went around the room and introduced ourselves. That's what we're going to do here in terms of this forum. So the forums, the format that mine will have is that the question or questions will be here, and then when you scroll down, then what you'll see is people's responses. There's only a handful of forums where I will have my posting first. In this case, the introduction. I'm also introducing myself. But when you're ready to respond, you would go and click on Start New Thread. And now in terms of the subject, it may vary from week to week what you actually will put as the subject of your posting. For this week, it would be like the name of your introduction. So I could just put, let's say this is, Homer's, pretending I'm Homer Simpson, Homer's introduction. And then, hopefully I can spell that right. And then in the box here or I'd go in and I would answer the questions for these right here. What name do I want to be called? What's my major? What hobby or interest I want to share? And since I already have a posting with my samples, you can go and read that one instead of me doing this here. When you're finally done, then down here there is the submit button. Now, in this case, for the forum, submit means, yes, it will post your response out onto the forum, and everyone in the course can view what you post. So please be professional in the postings that you do. The nice thing, and hopefully I configured this right, the nice thing that I put in is that you can edit your postings. So if you think about it later and say, oh, I really want to change that, you can go back and change what you have posted. But after I put in the responses here, then I would go and click submit, and then my posting would be well, posted. What I can do is, if I try to actually go and let me try to bring up mine. Since this is my introduction, I actually should have the ability, and right here, here's the edit button. So I could, by clicking the edit button, then actually go and change what I have written here, and you'll be able to do that same thing as well. Now I try not to erase postings, and so if someone does post something that is off topic or didn't answer the question, I may send an email to someone privately saying, oh, you might want to revisit your posting, go back and visit it then, and then you could actually then go and edit your own posting. Well, that's not much to it. That's all there really is to it. So again, about each week, there'll be 10 of these. About each week, I'll have a topic. There'll be a question that there isn't necessarily a right or wrong answer to, and then you'll go and you'll post your response to the question. The grade for the forum is really just based on, did you actually post a response? The grade is not based on whether or not I agree with you. So you don't have to pretend that you're agreeing with what I'm saying. You post your opinion, and I try to write the question so there's not a yes or no answer to, or if there is a follow-up that says why, and only looking for a couple sentences. So again, think of this as a class participation grade, and think of this as something that's quantifiable. At the end of the semester, well, actually, I hope to do it throughout the semester, but in other words, I actually can go in and quantify that your participation is taking place. Okay, again, there'll be a separate video that goes over homework and lab, and again, there was another video that went through an overview of the course. But here's to a great semester.